Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Friday morning and we've got some huge transfer news coming your way. Yes, it's the Viktor Gyökeres saga, transfer saga. It is absolutely going off the scale. We've been warning you for weeks. We've been telling you that this deal is not done. It could be hijacked, and we kept saying Arsenal, because we knew from sources close to us that Arsenal were interested in Gyökeres and they were preparing to hijack the deal, even though Man United had talked with Gyökeres, had talked with his agent, and Gyökeres had insinuated that he wanted to join Man United. And well, look, we were really pleased to hear that, but now it looks like the tide has turned and it looks like things are going completely out of the window when it comes to Gyökeres. We're going to be discussing that and lots more in today's show. This is a not to be missed show, so make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, so guys, I'm not going to waste any time in getting into today's show. It is a crazy one, and it's crazy because Arsenal have had a bid rejected by Sporting. Yes, Arsenal have come in and they've tried to hijack the deal. They know, Arsenal know that United are in talks with Gyökeres. Gyökeres has been in talks with United and there's something going on. But Arsenal just want this guy. They want this guy, and of course they wanted this guy. There was talk that Arsenal are going to go after Sesko. They're not going to bother with Gyökeres, and that didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me because this guy is a proven goal scorer, one of the best in Europe right now, and you've got an opportunity to sign him. And Arsenal want to sign somebody else like Sesko, like who's not really proven. He's still young, he's still rough around the edges. This guy is the real deal. So I was surprised. I spoke to our sources and they said Arsenal were monitoring the situation. This was last week. And we warned everybody. We warned all Man United fans out there saying, do not get carried away. This is not a done deal and it could be hijacked. It could be hijacked. We kept warning, even though we had some positive news coming on social media from Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein and all the rest, all the big transfer news breakers, and they all said Gyökeres looks set to join United. It's positive. Everything's really good. United are keeping on tabs with everything, but they did not mention Arsenal. And I kept saying to you, Arsenal are waiting. They're waiting for the right moment. And I thought what they were going to do is wait for United to agree a price with Sporting. And once they're aware of what the price is, they're going to go in there and maybe make a bid slightly higher than what the price has been set for Gyökeres and United, and they'll get him. Because Arsenal have got one big thing in their corner, one trump card that they've got, which is the Champions League. And look, Gyökeres, it's no secret, has made it very clear that he wants to move to a club where he can play Champions League. United cannot offer him that. United have not had that in the bag, and this is where it becomes really important. And that game against Tottenham in the final of the Europa League, this is why that game was so important, because you knew that if we won that game and got into the Champions League, we would be able to go out there and sign these big players who would come to United because of the Champions League. And I know it's crazy as a fan to think about this, thinking, oh, what? Who cares about Champions League? But if you're a top player on top of your game, what do you think you're going to want to win? You want to win the Champions League. You want to go to a club which has got a chance to win the Champions League, and you want to put that trophy in your closet. That's what it is. That's what it's about. You want to look back on your career and say, look, I won this. You don't want to, no one's going to look back at you and think, right, he scored lots of goals, but he didn't win anything. You know what I mean? We've got Harry Kane as an example. He moved just now to Bayern and he finally got some silverware. Before that, Tottenham were a waste of time, even though he himself was just scoring shitloads of goals. But anyway, coming back to Gyökeres, this is massive. Now, what we've heard is this. Sporting have turned down an initial proposal worth in the region of 46.8 million plus another 10 million in add-ons from Arsenal. That in total is around about 56 million pounds offered to Sporting, and they've rejected it. This is pretty crazy, man. This is crazy. So that's the opening offer. Now, we've also been told that Sporting are not willing to sell Gyökeres for less than 85 million. That's what they want. And if they've said, look, anything over 70 million or near enough 70 million and above, they will accept. That is what Sporting position is. And there's been a bit of a dispute this week between Gyökeres' agent and Sporting, because he was saying, look, they said they'd waive the release clause and they will not they'll not value him as high as what they're doing right now. But Sporting have hit back saying, look, that was a gentleman's agreement, but that was at a previous time when he was at the club. Right now it's different. And well, look, it's stupid. That whole argument is stupid. Sporting are going to milk him, are going to get the best. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you get the best out of your top player? Why would you say, oh yeah, we agreed a gentleman's agreement and we're going to sell you for next to nothing? It makes no sense. So Sporting are well within their rights to do that. Now, coming back to United, let's break down United's offer. Now, United made an offer of around about 51 million up front, and then an add-ons of 85. So that's 58 million in United's camp. So United slightly higher, more or less the same, isn't it, of Arsenal. That was rejected as well. So Sporting have got the best position ever. They've got two huge Premier League clubs fighting it out, and I'm thinking, I bet you another club's going to join in. I bet you there'll be other clubs waiting on the sidelines thinking, oh, we fancy a bit of this, we'll jump in as well. And we've been saying it for weeks. We do not want to enter into a bidding war. Once we enter into a bidding war, United will get bidded out. It's simple as that. United haven't got the money, and even if they did have the money, they would not want to spend it all on Gyökeres. They need to go and sign more players. They need a goalkeeper. They need a few more players. They've got midfield to think about. They can't just simply spend the entire budget on Gyökeres, or can they? Drop your comments below on what you think about this Gyökeres deal. Should United walk away? Because right now I'm looking at it thinking United need to step back. They need to walk away. They should not be spending everything they've got on one player. They need to think about who they can approach elsewhere. Maybe Osimhen, if they can get him on the cheap, go. Look, I still think he's cheap. I still think Gyökeres is still cheap for 58 million. I think United should go up to around about 60, 65, near enough 70. But anything above that, we've got to remember we paid around 70 million for Højlund. So it's completely different kettle of fish, this guy. This guy is a world-class striker right now, at the top of his game. We need this guy. We need this guy, and hence why even Arsenal are jumping in the race, because they know if they bring this guy, he's going to score the goals, and oh my God, this guy is a top player. Let us know what you think about the bid. What do you think United should go up to? Do you think we should waste all or put all our money into Gyökeres? It's a 50-50 for me. When I'm just talking right now, I'm thinking, wow, what the hell, man? We should just go out there and buy the guy. He's going to guarantee us goals. But then at the same time, sensible head starts thinking, but we need a goalkeeper. A new goalkeeper would make a huge difference. But look, there's one issue with this team, and we've said it for years, and that is goals. If we're not scoring goals, we're not winning games. Drop your comments below. We'd love to hear from Man United fans about what they think about this deal and what they think about Arsenal. This is going to go on, of course, but hopefully United can battle it out with Arsenal. It's going to be a very, very close fight, this. Even though Arsenal are offering that ever-important Champions League, I think Ruben Amorim can add a bit of weight to United and try and convince this guy Gyökeres to come to United. That is it for today's show, guys. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.